Dear friends, Rutgers Presbyterian Church is unapologetically pro-choice. And here is the statement of Rutgers Presbyterian Church on reproductive rights. The 2022 U.S. Supreme Court's ruling Dobbs v. Jackson, which overturned half a century of reproductive autonomy, Roe v. Wade, is negatively affecting the lives of millions of women and girls, especially those in marginalized communities. We adamantly reject any notion that laws, courts, and judges should have power over the bodily autonomy of women. It is no one's right to limit and control a woman's personal and medical reproductive decisions. And as people of faith, we refuse and must actively resist any attempts to use religion as a pretext for undermining and destroying fundamental human rights. This was adopted by clergy first in year 2022, right after that ruling, and then by the session of our church this year in March 2023. And our primary concern here is that laws, police, courts, and judges are ill-equipped to make personal and medical decisions in urgent medical care, and use and abuse of our religion for promotion of its most bigoted and reactionary forms. And we know that we are in a good company. Early church in the first centuries also protected and defended rights of young people, and especially young women, their rights for bodily autonomy and reproductive freedom and integrity. A year ago, I made a short video about it, and it is linked right here in the right corner, and I will also link it at the end of this video. Many early Christian writings of the first few centuries, and as early as the Acts of Thomas or the Acts of Paul and Thecla, and even later legends, defended and even celebrated the path of virginity and celibacy. And yes, this promotion of celibacy was strongly influenced by Hellenistic Neoplatonism, and within the church by Gnosticism, in which everything bodily was denigrated and everything spiritual was glorified. But in those times, the virginity and celibacy were almost the only ways to assert and protect bodily autonomy and reproductive freedom. That is further confirmed by the fact that within those legends, virginity and celibacy were angrily attacked and protested not only by rejected grooms, but also by brides' relatives, especially their fathers. And strangely enough, also by the rulers, by kings and governors, simply by the state apparatus. Already, ancient governments had this taste, wanted to invade people's bedrooms and make decisions for them, for young women especially, and force them to bear children against their will. I'm not making it up. There is a corpus of ancient Roman laws called leges Juliae from the times of Caesar Augustus. And most specifically, it was Lex Julia et Papia Poppae. These laws forced young people to marry and women to bear children. They penalized celibacy, those who did not marry and those who did not have children. Somehow, tongue-in-cheek, we can say that Caesar Augustus would make a good conservative Roman Catholic bishop, or a legislator, or a Supreme Court judge, or a Republican evangelical defender of traditional family values, enforced by imperial laws and courts. I know that it might sound strange, but the early church defending young people's rights for celibacy was in fact protecting them from family and state overreach and invasion of their privacy. They were defending their bodily autonomy and their reproductive rights and integrity. And that is something you might not know about the early church. People's personal reproductive choices are not business for laws or courts or any state.